I'm ready to go. Hello! Welcome to Craf-tea Monday. Not Sunday, because I was lazy yesterday, I'm sorry. Hopefully we're live. Hello Leroy, hello to Hi Guy. I see you guys in chat there. So again, I'm trying new things, so I've switched my camera around, so things should be a lot clearer, I think. If you see me looking over here, I'm just looking at my computer, and that's where my chat is, so that I can see you guys. So yeah, I'm sorry that I was absent last week. I don't know, life and everything has just been a lot, so I just took a week to recoup. And now I'm back. Luckily, it's a long weekend here in Canada, so that's why I'm going live tonight instead of yesterday. But today I thought, so if you saw the thumbnail, we're gonna do like, kind of like, the best way I can describe it is like behind the scenes stuff. So there's okay, I've talked about this a lot on my channel, that I'm wanting to start a shop because like I make all this stuff, and it just piles up and it never goes anywhere. And I, like, now that I've like actually started making stuff and you guys can see the stuff that I get to make, and all that, like if somebody wants to buy that from me, I would love to be able to make that happen. So, right now I've been working, so something that like has been on my mind lately, is what makes me unique, or what is something that can be unique of mine that I make. And something that I have posted to my Twitter and stuff before is like these, I call them like special occasion stars. But they're just like different stars. If you see here, I have some of them. I'll show you them closer in a second. But, so I was wanting to do some for each like occasion, and then just random ones pop in my head too. Like if you looked in the thumbnail, I did a s'mores star, but I've done Halloween stars, I've done Christmas stars, I've done Alice in Wonderland stars. Now I have fruity stars. So here, I'll show you guys these like close up for now. Sorry, there's like a delay on mine, so I can't really tell like if I'm showing you stuff, but also because I switched my camera around, you should be able to kind of like see things a lot better. So I made, oh my gosh, sorry, you guys are gonna see my shaky hands as I'm like, so I made lemons, blueberries, strawberries, bananas, and peaches. So these I made 4 of each, because I'm little, I don't think I have that much demand. But this way I can make 1 set of earrings and 2 charms, right? So 3 people can get their hands on that kind of stuff. But so today, what I thought we would finish is I was lagging on making my Easter stars, and I finally got to it. But I haven't finished them all. So I have a couple of just like the prototype stars that, well, not prototype, I guess they're just like, these are pre-baked, that we get to finish today. So what they're actually gonna look like is these guys. So I've been working on like, that's why I was a little bit late. I get entranced in clay, and like I lose where I'm at when I'm doing what time it is, which is honestly like part of the reason I love clay so much. But so we need to make a couple of these bunnies, which are like the same bunnies that are from my Alice in Wonderland stars. So we're gonna make a couple of these today. I've already got the stars like molded or whatever, and really honestly I use a mold for them, but I mean each star has to be like made perfect. But I'm actually getting faster at it too, so that's a plus. So if these are something that people like, it could be a really good thing. So yeah, we're gonna make some more of these bunnies because I only have this one guy that I made with the Alice in Wonderland. And then these are like my other Easter idea ones. So these were like little grass patches. And then they have a nest with Easter eggs on them. So we've got 2 of those that we're going to make today. Who knows if we probably won't finish all of it. But just like give you guys an idea. Then these guys, which are like painted Easter egg stars. So we're going to make some of those today. Now, okay, I made these with clay. So people are going to laugh at me. I'm a little bit of a stickler. I don't usually paint my clay. I like to try and use clay with clay with clay. And so that when you get a piece, it's fully made out of clay. But some people like to like paint the eyes on and everything. And that's totally fine, right? It's like up to you what you choose to do. But like sometimes I'm like, that's a cop-out. But it's not. I mean, you do you. So these ones I did, like the Easter ones I did with clay, but I almost wanted to mix, like, you can make like icings with clay, and I was thinking of like painting on these ones with that type of idea, but I don't know, maybe when we get to it we'll figure it out. I'm not really sure. And then my last one that like, okay guys, these ones turned out so awesome and I'm just like, I love them. So they're like little Easter chocolate stars. So hopefully you guys can like see the texture and everything on them. But you know the like Easter eggs you get, the little chocolate Easter eggs you get that are kind of textured, like they're almost like cracked up and stuff. And then they have like the aluminum foil, colored aluminum foil on the outside. That's what these guys are, but in star form. So yeah, hopefully, oh, now I'm like finally seeing myself if you guys can see it. But yeah, so I have one of these guys, which I'll tell you like how I made these, because it was super, like, I saw it in another video from a creator called Paulina Creations, which I'll be totally honest, like I have made quite a few things that she has made too, because her stuff is great. Like you should check her out. But I mean, I also make a lot of things she doesn't make too. So, but she does, like, she inspires me quite a bit. So, if you do check her out, don't be surprised that you see some things that I may have made on there. So yeah, so we have one of the, we'll finish those stars today, get the, bunnies made. And then the next, like, special occasion I'm making stars for is summer. So right now my ideas are that I'm going to, so we might get to make them today. I am not like 100% sure. Cause I want to like, we'll do these like white ones first, but I was thinking of snow cone stars. So that's what these 4 white ones are going to be. So like, you know how they have like the paper cones? That's what we're going to recreate here. And then, we'll make like the little edge to it. I may have to bake them and like show you guys a finished product on Twitter or Instagram. By the way, I'm on TikTok now. You should follow me there. My link is in my Twitter as well. Actually, it's in my about section here too in my link tree. So, but yeah, I'm on TikTok because I finally figured out how it works. I'm not such a boomer no more. But I might have to like show you the finished product on there. God, I wish I need to like get better at well, more so I just need a better computer so that I could like actually pull up pictures and show you guys my inspiration pictures. But so we might make some of those. I was gonna make like little floaty pool stars, and they're kind of like inspired by this little guy. I don't know, I made this like one day, and it's a little floaty pool filled with resin and a little cat on a floaty. I just thought it was cute. But I want to make this with stars. So like in a star shape, I've kind of like prototyped it to see if it'll work, and it should. So yeah, like that's my idea for that one. And then there's going to be, I'm going to make a beach ball one. So I'm actually going to like cut up some stars and fit them back together in like the colors of a beach ball. And then I'm just going to have like a sand like a beach scene on sand as well. So like maybe like a towel and a pair of sunglasses and a beach ball on like a sandy star. So those are my ideas for my summer stars. Nobody steal them. I'm sure nobody will. Nobody will steal them because they're like, this is what you spend your time doing. It is fantastic. But okay, so I have to tell you guys. So last night I took a nap yesterday, and probably this nap like contributed to this issue. But I ended up staying up until like 5 a.m. yesterday because I started making something last night, which I filmed, so there will be a tutorial for this. And I also filmed my fruit stars, so there'll be a tutorial for those as well. But no tutorial for like Easter stars or the summer stars. I'm not going to show you guys how to make every single star I make because that would just get boring and old. Yeah, so I started making something last night, and it like it turned out so pretty, and I just want to share it because it turned out so pretty. But so I've been like eyeing these pictures. Again, this was inspired by another polymer clay artist. It wasn't fully my idea. It was just something I wanted to try. But I think that they are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, can you like see them? So I made little angel wings. But they're like all gradient in color, and I'm really proud of the colors. And how well it just like came together. And you just like build them on like this little back thing. And I don't know, I'm just really proud of them, and I can't wait to show you guys the video. The video is it'll be super cool once it's done. And now I just want to make angel wings all the time. So, yeah. Anyways, okay. Hey, Cyberpants. Hey, Strawberry. Welcome. Okay, I need to, like, look through chat. I know, Dat, you were saying something to me. I was rambling and I missed it. So Dat said, your work is good. You should never be ashamed to try and make some dough. Go for it. Torn edge times. Also, FYI, your vid to audio is about 2.5 second delayed. Oh, really? It says I have excellent connection. So I hope that like, is it still like that? Hi, guy? Let me know. I'm not the most technical, so I don't know if I'll be able to fix it, but I'll try. So yeah. Anyways, this looks super weird. This is just my scrap clay that I like to keep around. It's a really good idea to have scrap clay around to roll in between your hands between colors, because a lot of times colors will transfer. So, anyways, let's get started. I'll be honest, I have seen some stuff going on. I didn't really prepare a whole lot to talk about tonight other than just like crafts. I'll be honest, because I've been like a little bit away these last 2 weeks, I've been working a lot on like what I want in the background. Like Dat was saying, I'm trying to start a store, and I am like weeks away. And it's super exciting, super scary as well. So I'm starting on a website that's called Big Cartel. And they're a website that's meant for like small makers like myself. But the really cool thing about this site is, so I've never sold stuff. I don't really know how to ship stuff. I'm in Canada, so it's a little bit different. It's not as easy if I was in the States. And like, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to ship to like Australia or, the UK or things like that. And like, obviously that's something I want to figure out if I can grow. But right now I'm teeny tiny, and I am totally cool with that. And I just really want to like learn how to do this. So I can do it right and make sure that like, I don't know, I am somebody, I've worked my whole working life, I worked in customer service and retail and sales. So like in management and training and all those sorts of things. And I just, when you can make a buying experience special, it really does make a difference. And so that's just something that really like means a lot to me, and I want to make sure that I can do that. So with this company, Big Cartel, you can start a shop completely for free with only 5 products. So obviously it limits you a little bit, but again, like, I have more than 5 products only because I just keep making and not selling. But that doesn't mean that I can't be like, oh, sorry guys, I'm just putting eye pins into these so that I can like work on them. So that's kind of my plan as of right now, is that I'm going to open a shop with this Big Cartel, and I'm just gonna like start with their free option, and just kind of sell with 5 products on there. So because that's what I'm gonna do, if there's something that you guys have seen on this channel that I've made, chances are I've made multiples of it because I was planning to sell it. So if there's something that like you guys really want to see or you really want to get your hands on, let me know. Let me know in the comments. You can let me know on Twitter. You can DM me. You can do whatever. Like, just let me know. I would love to know, because I'm so limited with the amount of products as I start. I want to make sure that I can get the products that people are actually wanting to get. So I just want to make sure that those products are listed for you if you're truly interested in getting something. So that's super, super exciting. And then on top of that, so I ordered a whole bunch, well, not a whole bunch, I only ordered like 25 boxes, because again, I'm teeny tiny. I don't know where I'm going with this, right? I'm just kind of like playing it by ear. So I figured, well, it's probably better to get less than more of bulk items. So I ordered some shipping boxes, and I ordered, like right now I've been using like these little tags, but they're a little bit small, and I ordered a custom stamp. So if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you probably won't have seen that, but I ordered myself a custom stamp of basically, like, if you look on the channel art here, it is the channel art basically, but obviously just in like black and white because it's a stamp, and that way I can stamp my earring cards, I can stamp my tissue paper, I can stamp the boxes, I can stamp thank you notes, I can stamp everything. So I'm super, that's the one thing that I got to like customize my stuff, so that like when you get a box from me in the mail, it'll be stamped with Torn Edge Designs, so you'll know you're getting something from me. It's just super, super exciting. And I got tissue paper, the tags. The cool thing is that the tags came with like little bags too, so that I can like put it on the tag, put it in the bag. And then it also came with earring backs. So I got 100 free earring backs with it too. So that's always a plus. And then I got the boxes. So I'm just waiting on the stamp right now. Obviously it's gonna take a little bit longer than that stuff because I have to make it. But it's all happening. It's really happening, guys. So yeah, it's just, I'm super excited about that. That's why I maybe don't have as many updates about the internet, because I've actually, ADHD me has been focusing on something for once, and getting somewhere. So yay, finally. And honestly, like it's honestly because I've like been able to like feel so much support like here and everywhere, and I thank all of you guys for that, whether you purchase something from me or not. Like, coming and hanging out with me means the world. So yeah, exciting news. So yeah. Oh, and then okay, so maybe what else? I ordered one other thing off of Amazon. So okay, look at this, guys. This came today. $12.99 for 31 like mini punchy stamps. For technically these are for fondant, but I don't play with fondant, I play with clay. So I'm gonna use my clay. Yes, thank you so much, Leroy and Strawberry. Like I said, it's been awesome. Like, the support has really made me believe in myself a little bit more. So that's very, very, very much appreciated. Yes, I really, really appreciate your guys' support. Like, to the end and back. So yeah, and like, hopefully you guys can just like stay on this journey with me and watch me grow. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing either, so we'll see how it goes. But okay, so these are like super cool. So I just want to like, hold on a minute. Oh, okay, these three are like the most elusive ones that I've been looking for. Stars. Like, it is so hard to cut a pretty star. And then to get a really teeny tiny star, woo! And these are super cool because, so you like stamp it, and if it doesn't come out, you just push it, and then it comes out. And what's actually super cool is that, okay, I'm gonna, I don't know where to put this. My God, my craft room is, well, it's not that bad. I just don't have like a container for these right now. Hold on, maybe I can. 1 second. Yeah. Damn it. No, I can't. Damn it. Whatever, I'll just put them over here and we'll figure them out after straight. Sorry, guys. But I just want to show you one that's like, okay, here we go. So these guys actually have like a leaf design on them. So if you like, you stamp it and then you push this down while it's stamped, you're gonna get, I don't know if you'll be able to see it with this camera, hopefully it's a little bit better, but there's like a leaf, like the veins of a leaf on there. So super cool, like super excited. And again, this one I get like a little leaf and flowers and stuff. I've been super, I've been into like slab earrings lately, which I have a tutorial of that coming too. Like, it's insane how much I like film. It takes a long time to actually finish a tutorial. But yeah, I'll show you guys what, like, well, no, I'll just explain it. You have like a flat one and you basically create a picture and then you cut your earring pieces out of that picture. So I made one with like hearts and stuff. I think it's cute. But it's just super satisfying to make that slab and then cut out your pieces with it. So, but there's really pretty flower ones that I've like really been liking. So that was kind of why I was wanting that. And also it's just, some shapes are really hard to cut nicely and small. So that was why. Cutter's super helpful. Actually, I've even been talking to, this will be like way in the future if it ever happens, but people actually 3D print clay cutters, and I'm like hinting to my husband, I'm like, well, if we got a really cheap 3D printer, because I don't know, I mean, I think you can get them pretty, like, relatively reasonably. And people, yeah, most clay cutters right now that are like customized are 3D printed. So then I was like, well, you could just make me all the cutters I want. Selfishly, I'm thinking of what works for me. Hey, Cobra Delight, welcome. Okay, so anyways, let's get started on some of this. Should we make the bunnies first? Do you guys want to make bunnies? Bunnies? Okay, yeah, we'll start with some bunnies first. So, yeah, basically what I do with these is I just make a star out of these molds, which honestly, these molds, like this one's broken, but it's actually kind of helpful where it's broken because it makes it really easy to get out of the mold. So it's been working well, surprisingly. But even when you get things out of the mold, like I still kind of have to just like smooth things over. And because these ones are white, I always have to clean them with alcohol because I get so many, like, it's so easy to get dust in white. And it's just annoying. So yeah, that's how that works. But okay, so I'm gonna use this guy for a little reference and we're just gonna kind of get into this. Hi guy, you're so nice. You are so right about selling tornado. You seem to know the important parts. Your art will sell itself. I'll be shocked if it didn't go places. Aw, thanks, Dad Hi guy. I hope so, right? Like, and that's the thing I'm trying to do is like, I'm not going to sit here and say that every piece that I've made here is like completely original. Do I get inspired by other artists and things like that? Absolutely. And I try and like let you guys know when I do. But sometimes I forget to, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. But I mean, even if somebody was to make something that I made, like it would, I think that copying is the most sincere form of flattery. So, I mean, as long as you're not like continuously doing it and just stealing everybody's ideas. But like, actually seeing something that you were like, oh, wow, that is so cool, I want to make that myself. Like, I think that's pretty cool. And I would be delighted if somebody saw my stuff and was like, wow, I'm going to make that. I would love that, right? So, yeah, I would never discourage somebody who's just trying to learn type thing, right? But that's also why, like, I mean, I will sell the other things that I'm making. Granted, I only make, like I was saying, I'm trying to be better. At the beginning, I was like, oh, gotta make, like, 5 pairs of each because I'm going to be so popular. Now I'm like, just make like 2. You're good. So I've gotten a little bit better with that too. And like, if something's not like technically an original piece, I'm not going to like make it in mass quantities and sell because somebody else is. So, you know, it may have just been something I wanted to try. And if somebody wants to get their hands on it, they can have the piece. Right? Like, I'm not going to keep it. That's the other funny thing is, I think I've told you guys this before, my ears aren't pierced, so, like, all these earrings I can't even wear. Granted, I really do want to get my ears pierced. I really, really do. Okay, so what I'm going to start doing first is I'm just going to make the little ears on these guys, and I need a pink for that. And it looks like I used, like, a... Fimo has certain colors that are called Fimo Effects. And so some of them, like, there's a really light pink and a really light blue, and they almost have, like, a stone effect to them. Not really sure, like, what you would say, like, I don't know, like, what the effect is called, I guess. But they're really beautiful colors, and I tend to use them a lot. And that looks like what I've used on this, so I'm just looking for a little bit more of that here. I cannot get this piece out. But yeah. Woo! Oh, no, that's jade. Okay. Oh, here it is. I'm an idiot. Okay, so yeah, like if you look, it says like Fimo. What is this? What is the color called? Okay, rose quartz. So I guess it looks like quartz. Rose quartz. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that stone look, which they're really, really pretty, but they are also so pastel and kind of hard to work with sometimes. But I think I've said this before, like, if the color is right, I will make it work. I'm all about the color. So I'm just going to cut off a tiny, tiny bit of that. And this stuff you have to, like, condition like crazy, so I'm sorry if I'm like, ah. Okay. Ooh, Cobra Delight. Yes, can I make... Oh, actually, okay. That was something else that I was going to talk about. So Cobra Delight was asking me, can I make custom orders? So, Leroy, your ears are pierced? Yeah. That's awesome. I freaking love that. Seriously, I think I've said this too. I've had them pierced like 3 times. They just always grow in. But I will do it again. Especially now that I'm like making my own jewelry. But yeah, so... Okay, can I make custom orders? Yeah, yes I can. In fact, I actually have somebody who has like basically commissioned a, like, I'm not going to talk about like who is commissioning me because that's private. But I do think that I can talk about what they are commissioning me for. So one, I have somebody that has commissioned me. They want to make like a they want to customize something for their sister for their birthday. And so we kind of worked out like, okay, maybe we can do like, what about like a water bottle? Because I have the Cricut, so I can customize one side of the water bottle. And I've always been wanting to try, I don't know, I mean, if you look at polymer clay, you may have seen this idea. I look at polymer clay a lot. But people will do like little sculptures on coffee mugs and stuff like that. And I was like, well, why don't we do that but on a water bottle? Because she's not a coffee drinker, so she didn't want a mug. Or she wouldn't really want a mug, right? So, yeah. I was like, well, why don't we do a water bottle? And then, like, I can glue that onto the water bottle, and then we can put like a cute vinyl decal on the other side for her. So that's what we came up with there. So we're going to get a water bottle, and then I'm going to start working on that. This person that has commissioned me as well also really wants me to make a video about it. So I probably will. I'll probably make a video showing the process and talking about the commission and stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I still have to get the water bottle, so we'll see how that goes. And then I also had somebody reach out to me who has a potbelly pig as a pet, and they wanted a customized full-body pig keychain. So this one, I'll be honest, like, custom orders, it's a little bit scary, right? Because like I want to be able to like make it happen type thing. And it's customized, right? It's just, you know, like it's something that like somebody is asking specifically for, right? So it's just like I want to get it right. I don't want anybody paying for something they don't like, right? Like I would much rather keep something that they don't like than have somebody pay for it. Maybe I'm weird. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, okay, and this is something like when I was doing makeup, I used to say to people, if you bought something from us and you don't like it, bring it back, because all you're going to do is look at it in your drawer and be like, I hate that product. And now you hate us because you hate that product. So bring it back. So I don't want somebody getting something and being like, I dislike that I paid for that, and just being reminded of that every single day. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Leroy, I forgot to say that. I moved this here so that, a little spank, just kidding. I moved it over here so that, like, if I'm needing to use it, you guys can actually see me use it rather than me rolling all the way back there. I really do actually want to show people, like, how to get an ombre. In fact, maybe I can show you guys how to do that, because there's something that I've been working on. Well, I haven't necessarily been working on it. I've just been, like, thinking about it, and I need an ombre for it. So, I mean, I could mix it and show you guys, but I don't know. We'll see. So, sorry. What I'm doing right now, guys, is I'm just, like, rolling out little teardrop shapes for the ears. Right? Bunny ears. I tried to cut, like, well, I cut 8, because 2 for 4, you know. I'm not that bad at math. Though I'm not good at it. So, yeah. Just making those guys. So when I made like that, the reason I was saying this is kind of almost like a behind the scenes thing. So because I make multiples of many things, right? You guys kind of get to see me make more than just one of something. You get to see me actually like do 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 boop 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 do 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 get it all on there type thing. So yeah. Okay, so then I'm just taking these and flattening them onto my surface. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing with the pink, but obviously smaller pieces. So, but yeah. Oh, you like this setup the best so far? Good. Okay, good. Thank you, Leroy. That really helps me because like I said, I'm not the most tech savvy. So you guys letting me know what you like helps me because I'm not the best at knowing. Unfortunately, I wish I was better. Sorry, guys. I will get there. I just, like I said, I get lost in my clay world, so I don't figure out streaming all the time. But yes, I did flip the camera around, so hopefully you guys can, like the focus is a bit better. I was being conceited and just wanted to look at myself, okay? Just kidding. I was not. I like to be able to read, like, I can see the real time on my phone when I watch it there, whereas like this has quite a delay to it. So like when I hold things up, it takes like 2 minutes for me to see if I'm like holding it up in the right spot. So sorry if that's quite noticeable. Knowing is hard, yo. But yes, I use the pasta machine to roll sheets out and things like that. It works really, really well for like slabs and stuff like that. Also, it works really well to just kind of condition your clay if your hands are sore, which that is a thing. Like, I'm actually kind of concerned. Like, when I was making these stars, I got on a roll, because for a little while in this last 2 weeks, there was like a moment where just everything I was making, I was like, hate you, hate it. And I just was like smashing everything I made and like, ah. But like, whenever you're making things, I think everybody goes through moments like that, right? Like, even like writer, like you can compare that to like writer's block, right? Like, it's just like, you just can't find the inspiration, or what you're trying isn't working, and it's just, you know, like, it's just not working out, and it's frustrating. So I had that happening this last week, and I was just like, oh, like, I have all these ideas, but nothing is working out the way I want it to, and at least, like, as far as, like, making. Other things were not so bad, but, you know, but it was just, like, so when I got these, like, I started making these Easter stars, and I was like, oh yeah, these are really cute, I'm gonna make more. And then I was like, fruit stars, because everything fruit is just great. So I like went on this kick and like started making all these fruit stars. Oh my gosh, I worked like so much one day on clay that like my hands were so sore by the end of it, and honestly my like one knuckle is still healing. I'm such a ding dong. But oh well. I don't know, like, I was in the zone, and I didn't want to stop, and I was, like, actually happy with what I was making. So, I don't know. That's a thing. That happens. Okay. So, now I'm just taking each pink teardrop and putting it on top of the white teardrop to make, ooh, itty bitty bunny ears. Okay. So, like... That's a little bitty bunny. So we need 2 for each, and then one is going to be, I'm going to like kind of stretch one and bend it over. So yeah. It's pretty much just, you do it just how I explained it. Not too difficult. Not all these are like the same size. Doesn't really matter, to be completely honest. I mean, as long as they're not like grossly different, right? The point is that they have cute little pink ears inside. So, okay, so I guess I can talk a little bit about like some of the stuff I've seen this week. I think I was watching Yinarok before this stream was on, and he was streaming about the fraud razor stuff, which is just like never ending, to be completely honest. And I don't mean that from like uni. I'm just like, it's just never ending. Because there are so many fundraisers and just so many lies, and yeah. So that's been going on. They've been talking about like the most recent one, from like his name was Bullinator. He passed away, and they did a fundraiser with that, and there is just a lot of things sketch with that. And like there's been people who've been like kind of coming forward trying to say like, no, it's all on the up and up, but I don't understand, like, it just doesn't understand, like, how can you say something is okay and on the up and up from people who were participating in it? They weren't making the decisions or organizing it. Like, of course they're going to be like, yeah, it was on the up and up, I participated, I thought it was, right? Like, whether they knew or not, you know, like, but I just don't understand how that's even, like, a road to, like, yeah, we can say this is okay. That's not the organizer of the fundraiser. Hey? So, like, that you lost me there. And it's just it's just frustrating. Like, it's always what they do, right? Like, it's just annoying, I guess. But what else is, like, it's always annoying. Like, it's just... I don't know, man. Like, I can't understand, like, and where is the organizer of all of these? Like, even though he says he's not the organizer, but he's the organizer. But it's on his channel, but he's not the organizer. Like, where are you? You're the one who should be answering all these questions. But of course you're conveniently gone. So, but I don't know. I'm just going to say this, though. Like, I watched a plot hole video with Johnny O, which, also, Johnny O, I really like you, but, like, some of your mods are a little cuckoo. And I'm talking about a specific vanilla-flavored one. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Cuckoo, like, Cocoa for... What is it? Cocoa for Cocoa... Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm looking for. Invincible Mario stars. Oh, I've made Mario stuff, actually. I still need to make more of it. I made the... What are they? They're like the little... the guys that... The, like, little flowers that come out and eat you. I've made those guys. And I want to make more. I want to make some of the purple ones, too. And I actually think it would be kind of a fun experiment because I made those maybe like a year and a half ago. So I wonder how much better they would be, me making them now, that I, like, do this more. I don't know. But okay, so yeah, I watched, but yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about, a certain vanilla idiot who literally, like, dude, if people knew half the shit you did in the background, whatever, but there's a reason you do it in the background the way you do, because you're cuckoo. Anyways, yeah, so they were talking about, sorry guys, I'm just like pulling this and pushing it over really, really lightly. So now we have one bent bunny ear and then one straight one. I'm just going to start applying these to my stars where I think they should go. And I'm going to use a little ball tool just to kind of like make sure that everything is on there nicely and blended. I don't want to like mess with the shape of the star too much though. Okay, so like these should be kind of stuck to there, but there's like the little bunny ear. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'll keep watching, and if I realized I showed you really horribly, I'll fix that. Okay, but so yeah. The one issue that I still have, it seems like things were mismanaged. Okay? Not necessarily that... Do I think that maybe there was like an intent to fraud? Yes, obviously. But, I mean, whatever. That's my own opinion. I can have that as my own opinion. I'm not, you know. But my issue here... Okay, so there was a receipt that these guys put out because Bull had a dog, and when he passed away, obviously, like, that dog, he was a service dog, but I guess he, like, and again, there's so many times this story has been told, and now it's been quite a while since this story has been told, so, like, Lord knows what I'm getting wrong now. But long story short, his dog ended up in a pound near his house after he had passed away because I guess no one could get to the dog soon enough. And I think what the case was that his landlord was holding on to this dog, and the landlord couldn't hold on to him anymore, right? Like, he was like, I gotta get rid of the dog. I can't do this. So, which, I mean, fair, the dog's not his responsibility. But, so the dog ended up in a shelter, which, like, okay, fine, because I guess they couldn't get anybody to go there in time. But they completely redacted which shelter it was, all dates on the receipt, any name other than Bools. There are like, it's weird. There's like no UPC numbers for things, which is like a barcode for like products if you're selling, you know, like if you're charging people for things, which I mean, okay, yes, there are ways where that like wouldn't be a thing. So there's just a lot of discrepancies that I personally see with that receipt. And to me, that is where the exchange of the dog went from what Red's Rhetoric knew to Astronomy Live. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of that, like, transfer of the story. And if there's going to be something that doesn't add up, I feel like it's there. And I know that, like, I'm maybe a little bit stuck on it, like, because I don't even know if that, like, there's really only one shelter near, because they left a, like, postal code on this thing, and there's, like, only one shelter near that area. So I'm like, so was this a shelter that the dog was at? Like, it seems so easy to verify, and I don't understand why all that needs to be blacked out. So I still have an issue with that receipt. And I mean, maybe if somebody can, like, even just, like, tell me what the damn pound name is, I don't care. Like, that's public. That's a public building. I don't understand. So I don't even need to, I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. There's no point to the madness. And it's frustrating. But, you know. Okay, so we got 4 ears on here. Okay? So now I'm going to go in with the eyes. Yeah, so the eyes we're going to make... When I do things in, like, white or really light color, if it has eyes on it, I tend to make the eyes in, like, a light brown. Just because black and white next to each other are very, like, different. Whereas brown is a little bit more, it's not so harsh. It's just a little bit, it just makes them look more cute and not so, like, but if it's, like, a dark color, then, yeah, I'm gonna use black, right? Because you're gonna need to be able to see the difference between that color. Okay, so again, I'm just like rolling out a tiny little log here. And I'm gonna cut 8 eyeballs, all the same size. Sorry guys, just let me get these cut and then... Oh gosh, watch. The only thing we're really gonna get to today is gonna be these bunnies. Oh well, that's okay. They're cool. Though, I still need to finish all my other stuff. I might be able to show you guys how I did the chocolate egg star, because that one I just have to paint, really. But yeah, so I don't know. That's my issue with that thing. Like, and really, I appreciate that people who are participating in this and helping with the fundraiser are coming out to try and, like, say what happened. But again, why are you guys the front guy for this? Where is the person who organized this, who is supposedly your friend? Why do you have to be the one in the firing lane for what they've done? Whatever. Maybe I'm crazy. So, and really, like, you guys can only say what you know. Like, you didn't organize it. So, I don't know. And now there's, like, a video where you guys are like, can confirm, 100% affirmative. Oh, yeah, that's what happened. It's now deleted. So, can confirm? I have forever made you think of, oh, Detective, oh, hey, Detective Pikachu's, Pikadoosh. I haven't seen you around in a while. Nice to see you. Apart from the McCrazies in Cheshire, they're all in Tennessee, colluding and scheming for the next money grab. Wow. Really? I mean, that's interesting. I don't know where any of these guys are. I don't want to know. Don't send me that shit. If you do know, I don't want to know. But that, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised at all. They're all like living it up, having the time of their lives together. But whatever. Okay, so what I like to do with these is I like to use a little dotting tool first. I try to find like a dotting tool that's like the same size as the eyes I'm going to use, so that it fits nicely into it. So with these stars, you just want to like, misplacing eyes will make things look so derpy. I've done it on here before too. It is like, it makes things look so derpy, but also I find having eyes like further apart on things gives like a cuter, more like chubby fat look, if that makes sense. So I like to do the eyes a little bit further apart on the star. So yeah, we're gonna go like just kind of on the outside of the ears. Okay, and then so I just made 2 holes, and then I just literally dropped the eyes into the holes. Okay, I don't think I made it derpy, but there's the 2 eyes, so hopefully you guys can see that. So yeah, dot dot on each side. Super duper easy. I'm realizing that whatever, I bought like a generic brand of white polymer clay, and it has been kind of driving me nuts. It is super, super soft. And I don't really like super soft clay. I prefer it to be a little bit harder, because like super soft clay, you see every single fingerprint in, and like it's just it's so soft, it like sticks to your fingers when you're working with it, so it gets in the other clay you're working with. I don't know, and it just doesn't hold shape very well. So I prefer to have a stronger one. But then there's also, okay, so Fimo makes a clay called Fimo Professional, and that shit, like, I can't even condition that stuff. It is so hard. But it's meant for like making clay canes, which you guys have seen me make on this channel before too. But because it's so much harder, it holds up really well in canes. So, right, this one, not so much. I've used it in canes, and it just like smushed around the cane. I mean, it still worked out, but it was still really annoying. Hey, Glow, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so we've got ears and eyes. That's it. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, so literally it's just like a series of dots and stuff again. So we're gonna do the 2 larger circles for like the sides of the bunny mouth, and then it's gonna get a red nose and blue cheeks. Okay, so I'm just gonna make all of the snouts here of similar sizes. And I find like this, I like doing it this way and making multiples all at once, because like, yeah, then they all look the same as well, right? But again, like, please be aware that every piece will be a little bit different here and there, because everything is handmade. So I can't 100% guarantee that like everyone is gonna be perfect. Obviously, if it's like really bad, I'm not gonna sell it, but they're all gonna have their own little quirks. So, hey CJ. Oh, thank you. You know what's kind of funny, actually? I was laughing. I have never been to Orlando, Florida. This is like a hand-me-down sweater. So I couldn't actually tell you if I like love Orlando, Florida or not. I just love the rainbows. So that's why I like to wear this sweater. And it's freaking cold here today. It was a long weekend. Usually May long weekend is like everybody goes camping and stuff, which a lot of people still are. But the weather's been crap this weekend. Crap. I'm glad we didn't go camping, because that would have been miserable. And I do like to camp. It's not that I don't like to camp, but I just would have been miserable. Okay, so now I'm just squishing each one of these into their like circles that they need to be. Just want to make sure they're all relatively like similar in size. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of like peel these off together and like place two together like that, and then I'm gonna place it onto the bony. Ooh, well that didn't work anyway, so I guess I'm just gonna like place both on separately. So the nice thing about clay is you can kind of like squish things around. So it looks funny, but it's like a little bum on his face. That's what we want, okay? So I'm just gonna continue that here. And that's kind of what I do with this stuff is like, I'll push it around on the clay ever so lightly. And move it around on the clay as I need to. And I find that works, right? Like, rather than trying to get it perfectly positioned the first time. And using fingers. I will say, like, I need to do a little bit more research on latex gloves. Because these ones are, like, kind of big, and they have I've been noticing that the finger of them is textured. Which is like, I know you guys are all like, you're a weirdo, why do you notice that? Things? Because I'm making clay with them. So yeah, I need to do a little, and like, I know it sounds weird, but like the tighter they are, the better, because then I don't get like wrinkles in the clay. Oop. But latex gloves are like so freaking expensive right now because of the beer bug. Like, they're always sold out. Maybe not so much now, but they were. That may have, like, calmed down now. But for a good long while there, I, like, couldn't... unless I wanted to pay, like, $20 a box, I couldn't get them on Amazon. So I'm just, like... I've just been using kind of what I have. And, yeah, they're just not my favorite because they don't fit great. So... But it's funny, actually. I don't know if you guys are gonna laugh. Actually, wait, is CJ? Yeah, CJ's still here. CJ. This one's for CJ, you're gonna laugh. So these little things that I would actually like, if they weren't so expensive to buy boxes of, I would use these more. But, and anybody who's maybe worked in like food? Because that was like the first place I ever saw these. But they're actually called finger condoms. Ah! Come on, CJ, tell me who's this condom for. I am just kidding. Anyways. I'm a bad influence, don't listen to me. Okay, so I'm taking my needle tool and, oh crap, there's some glue on there. I'm just taking my needle tool and I'm going to do 3 little dots and like a triangle on each side of our noses. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying this, Dad. Like I said, it's been actually really awesome. The reception people have had to the things that I make. It's great. I love it. And I really love being able to like, I kind of like, okay, I've joked with a couple people about this, but you guys are probably going to laugh at me. I feel like I totally like tricked people into subbing to my channel at the beginning because I made like a bunch of meme videos that were like pretty funny. I thought they were good, which they're still there. I haven't deleted them. But like I always knew that wasn't really what I was gonna do or what I wanted to do. But they were just so much fun. Like, I couldn't resist. So I feel like now there's probably people who like are sub to my channel, and now they're like, why do I get all these clay videos in my feed? Where, like, before they sub because I made funny troll videos. Which they're so funny, right? Like, I don't know. And maybe I'll make some more again later or something if I'm inspired again. But, yeah, I laugh now. Because I'm like, I totally tricked you guys, and now you guys are learning about the world of clay. Ha 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 ha. Have I ever tried vinyl gloves? Super smooth. I have large hands for a lady, so I get the medium to be snug and smooth. I have not. You should send me a link for those Cyberpants, because now I'm intrigued if they're, because seriously, like, it's an issue that I have is like, I need a smooth glove. And it's hard to find. It really is. Like, I don't know. And then, I mean, you buy a whole box. You gotta, like, work through the box, right? So, I don't know. Okay. I'm going to take out the blue first. So we need, like, a baby blue. Where's my reference? Oh, there we go. We need, like, a baby blue for his cheeks. The reason I'm doing the baby blue first before the, red is just, I think I've said this before, red, the transfer of red onto any other color is, like, insane. So whenever I have to use red, I try to use it last. So that I don't end up, like, it just goes everywhere. It just goes everywhere. It's beautiful. It's a nice red, right? But because it's just so pigmented, it's one of those colors that will transfer onto things. So we'll start with our lighter colors first. I mean, minus the brown. And then we'll move on to the red so that we don't get, like, because literally it will stick to this, and then if you put your finger into something else, you'll get, like, a fingerprint of red. It's so frustrating. That is my biggest pet peeve about clay, is trying to keep, like, your colors clean, and I find it super difficult. Because it's just, I mean, you'd be surprised. You're working, and then you touch your clothing, and you get, like, a fiber from your pants, and then all of a sudden you touch your clay again, boom, it's there, and you're literally like, all I see is that piece of dirt. Maybe that's just me. That's like that, but it drives me nuts. Like, I think that is the constant thing, like, my constant issue, and something I'm always trying to find tricks about. And that's why I say, like, sometimes rubbing scrap clay between your fingers, in between colors and stuff like that, right? Because, like, even with gloves, it still transfers onto gloves. So I do not understand the people who can make these, like, beautiful pieces without wearing gloves. I'm like, I'm not dirty. I clean my hands. Like, I can't, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's so frustrating, though. Because the one thing I hate about these gloves is, like, once the stream is over, dude, I'm gonna have to wash my hands, because once I take these off, my hands, like, stink so bad. I get kind of sweaty in there. I can't help it. Awesome. Works great with sculpting. Okay, yeah. Cyberpants, send me a link for those. I will definitely check them out, because constant issue for me. So funny, like, talking about I need to find the right type of latex gloves. Okay, so I've made all of our cheeks. So I'm literally just gonna start popping these on in place, right? And then, you know, if you don't get it on the first time, you roll it over into place and then kind of smoosh it down a little bit. Don't smoosh it down too much, because, you know, you want them to be his little cheeks. Ooh, this one's a little bit close to his eyes. So his cheeks are a little close to his eyes. But that's okay. It actually looks really cute. But yeah, like I would use those finger condoms, except for the fact that they're kind of expensive, and then you need 10. Not 2. So I'm just always like, nah. Although every once in a while when I get like lazy and I just don't want to put gloves on, and I'm only working with one color, I'll put like one finger condom on and be like, I just gotta roll this. Okay, so we got his cheeks on now. I don't know if you guys can see there. Yeah. Latex is awesome. Just gonna move on from that. That sentiment caught my eye. Okay. So, red. You need to get that red out. Okay, so now I'm actually going to take a little bit about this. Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you, Cyberpants. Wishes I was in trouble. I don't wear gloves and my hands are super dirty. Ew, Leroy. Get some hand sanitizer. I'm totally kidding. Right now, I literally have to tell my husband sometimes, like, because it's like he thinks everywhere we go where he sees hand sanitizer, it means he has to use it. And then his hands are all dry and cracking, and I'm like, well, stop using the hand sanitizer. It's funny. He's just, I understand why, right? Like, he's just trying to be safe and stuff like that, but it's just, it's cute. It's funny. I'm like, it's, you know, like, maybe that's a bit much. Yes, in kitchens, the finger condoms are used for cuts. Exactly. That's where, the first time I ever heard about a finger condom was in high school. Because I was in culinary arts, which, it was super cool, actually. The culinary arts at my school, it was public school here in Canada, but we would actually, like, we would make the lunch meals. So there was, like, a hot foods, cold foods, and then a bakery. And, like, the hot foods would make, like, the meal for the day. Sometimes we would have, like, donair. Oh, my God. Donair day was, like, oh, it was so good. But I did not mind that class. It made me actually want to work in a kitchen till I worked in a kitchen. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Kitchens, dude, people who work in kitchens, it's insane. The amount of stress that is there, and it's so hot all the time, like, and, like, it's so easy to mess up, right? It's just, like, people who work in kitchens, like, deserve some credit. They do not get paid enough, like, at all, for the amount of hours that they put in either in, like, restaurant kitchens. But yes, that was the first place that I learned about it too, was, like, when we would cut our fingers, you would have to put a Band-Aid on, and then you have to put a finger condom over that Band-Aid. So I don't know if that's, like, protocol. I mean, it could be. I just don't know. Okay, guys. So 4 little dots for the nosies. And then we're just putting that at, like, the very top of the face bum. I love how I, like, describe things. If only, like, I could think of these words when I'm doing voiceovers. Maybe my voiceovers would be better. Actually, that's something I should ask you guys. So, exciting news. I had one of my clay videos hit 1K views, which was awesome. It's my anatomical heart video, which is actually, like, I love that video. But it was a video that I didn't do voiceovers on. And so I don't know if you guys have noticed lately that I've kind of, like, I haven't been doing voiceovers. It's not that I, like, don't want to. I was just, like, trying to see, like, what do people prefer? Do you prefer a voiceover? Do you like hearing me ramble on about nothing? And kind of explaining what I'm doing? Or do you like it where it's just, like, music and you get to just kind of see it come together? I would love to know what you guys think of that. Because, yeah, obviously, like, I'm making these videos for anybody who's interested, so I would love to know what the people who are interested think, right? And like, I think there's still a couple, because like some things that I make, like they take quite a while to make. So oh, sorry, I thought somebody was coming. So the, what was I gonna say? The tutorials are like slightly longer. Those ones I found like, okay, I'll do a voiceover for those ones. Just because they're longer, right? Like it's a little bit boring of like 10 minutes of music. But yeah, like the shorter ones that I'm like able to kind of edit down a little bit more, I was doing without voiceovers, right? Because I mean, obviously not doing a voiceover makes it a lot easier. I don't have to think about what I gotta say or all that kind of stuff, right? So it definitely does help and make it easier, but I mean, I've always been somebody who prefers voiceovers. I think it's like a cool way to get to know the creator, even just hearing their voice. And sometimes I like for like the creator to like explain their tips and tricks about stuff. So I guess it's more for like tutorial videos that I sometimes, because I find with like just music ones, I'm like rewinding to see certain parts where I'm like, how did they do that? What did they do there? So sometimes I find voiceovers are helpful, right? So, I mean, I know the majority of you guys maybe are not making like the things that I'm doing, but, even if you're just watching a video, like I would love your input. Oh, okay. You guys like the voiceovers? Awesome. Okay. Leroy, I have never used hand sanitizer for extend your immune system. I'll tell my husband that. Okay, guys, so our bunnies are done. So these are them. So because we put the eye pins in beforehand, we don't have to worry about like messing anything up with these guys. They can just go straight onto some parchment paper. Sorry, guys, I get like talking lots. I don't like what happens. Yeah, so we're just gonna bake those guys now. How much time do we have? You know what? I'm gonna get these snow cone ones ready for you. Because I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to bake these guys before I can actually put the snow cone part on. But I'll kind of explain how I'm gonna do that once we like get these done. So, funny thing, I like to like prototype things. So this is like really gross scrap clay, this stuff. But I kind of like make things to give me an idea of what things are gonna look like. So this is my thought of like what the snow cone star is gonna look like. It's got the little like diagonal slash for like, you know, the slash of like, you know what I'm talking about, those like pointed Dixie cups. So, and then that's what like the top of it is just like that rim to that Dixie cup. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm basically like, I want to make them rainbow. So, I'm gonna make like a bunch of like domes in all different colors. And then what you do is you just like slice those domes like down each of them, and then you like place them back together to create domes of rainbows, right? And then I'm gonna place those on top of this, bake it, and then so I have these little thingy. I think they're glass. I'm not even like 100% sure what they are. I got them at the dollar store. Dollar store is like so amazing for crafts and stuff. Actually, okay, I can use this one as an example because these are like close. But so they're like little round glass beads. Teeny, teeny, tiny, that it almost looks like glitter, right? But when you put these on with like a little bit of Bacon Bond and you bake them because they're glass, they can go into the oven, they look like ice. So I'm gonna make those little things, and because I'm gonna use a clear one, which I have in here, just like a white, put that over top of the rainbow, and you'll still be able to see the colors of the rainbow snow cone through it, but it's gonna look like a snow cone because it's like icy on top with all these glitters type thing. So hopefully like that kind of makes sense. Sometimes it's hard to explain things. Like I said, again, with these stars, honestly, to be honest, probably the only ones I'm gonna do a tutorial on are the fruit stars. And then like the other kind of stars are gonna be like my little secrets type thing, except for the bunnies, I guess. You don't know how to make those now. But I don't care. Like, that's the thing. I'm not somebody who's like, I'm not gonna teach you how to make things because then you can copy me. Like, copy me. That's fine. Like, learn. Tell me how it worked out. Did it work out as well for you as it did for me? So, yeah. Like, I don't really care. It's just more so that, like, I'm thinking these are going to be, like, a staple. So, these just might be the... Because, I mean, it does take me time. And sometimes I gotta be in the mood to film. And stuff like that. And so sometimes it's fun to just, like, be able to sit down and, like, work on clay without worrying about filming it. And that, like, oh, am I in frame while I'm doing this? And stuff like that. So, with my stars, that'll probably be the case, is that, you know, you'll see how I make one of them, and then you kind of get the gist of how I make the rest of them. You can imagine. But yeah, so, yay. Okay. Let's go on. Okay. Cyber pants. I like the chatty vids and the voiceover. Each has a purpose. Nice. Okay. I do actually have a PayPal for materials. Let me grab it, actually. I keep meaning to, like, share that. And like I said, guys, like, anything that you choose to donate to me or anything like that, like, I never expect that stuff. It's a nice little treat if you guys decide to bestow that upon me. But please, like, I never expect that. And like I said, a lot of the time, like, I mean, I'll be 100% honest, I have gotten a couple donations here and there from people asking. And that's how I was able to purchase those cutters. And how I was able... That's actually something else. So it was also how I was able to purchase my mini pottery wheel, which I was going to do on a live stream, but I think I'm actually going to do a video. And I'm going to do a video like this, where I'm, like, sitting here and you guys can see the actual video. So hopefully, like, that will work out. I'm not really sure how that's gonna go, but I did, like, I have the clay for it. I bought natural modeling clay. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make little teeny tiny pots, and I've been watching videos on how to make really realistic potted plants, like miniatures that are so cool. So once I, like, throw a couple teeny little pots, I might do that too. Like, this is the problem. I always have so many ideas and I always want to make so many things, but, like, I need to slow down. But yeah, like I was saying, if anything that you guys choose to, like, donate to me, it really will just go back into my channel. Whether that means, like, I may buy a coffee for myself during a live stream. I may do that. Or it's literally probably just going to be supplies. I just got a clay order in recently as well because of a donation that I had. So, yeah, like, everything that's been happening recently, the reason I've been able to get so close to, like, what I've been doing is, I've had the support of a lot of people. And so, yeah, like, just please never feel obligated. But, yeah, like, and if there, like, let me know too, like Cyberpants was doing. She was telling me about, like, vinyl gloves. If there's, like, molds or things that you guys want to, like, see me use, let me know. Because if it's something that I'm into, I might purchase that mold and try it. And then you guys can see how it works on stream with me. Something else that I bought recently that I'm, like, super excited about. I'm just waiting for some gold leaf to come in. But I got a set of D&D dice. So I can actually make customized dice. Now, this being said, the custom dice world is, like, they're very serious about what they do. I've never played D&D in my life. I didn't even know how many dice you needed. I had to ask people. I was like, so is 7 the right one? Am I getting a good pack? Because I didn't even know. So, but I love the idea of making custom dice for people who do play, right? So, but again, I mean, dice are dice. They kind of have to be perfect. Otherwise, they're not going to roll right, right? So these are very basic, like, cheapo molds that I know a lot of dice makers would be like, how dare you get those? because a lot of dice makers will make custom molds and things like that. Look, I'm just playing around. I'm not that serious into it. I don't know enough about it to get that serious into it yet. Maybe it's something that I can get into, but these are like my little like foray into it. So yeah, like I just bought a couple more molds too. I actually bought some resin molds for, because it's something I do actually want to sell on my shop, are self-defense keychains. So they're super cool. They're like, some of them are like animals. One of them is actually like a cat paw, but they're things that you can put in between your fingers that you can keep on your keys, that if you were to get into a situation, you can use them to protect yourself, right? They're not going to like do like huge damage, but they're definitely going to ward people off, right? So you're able to carry, it's one of those things that you're able to carry, right? So, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what's going on in chat because I'm still looking for my dumb PayPal link. I'm so sorry. I will get it in 2 seconds here. So bad at this. But yeah, so, okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. Okay. Here we go. Okay, sorry. Sorry, bear with me. Can't do too many things at once. Nor can I spell, but that's... If you see me anywhere, you know I can't spell. That is no secret. What the heck, man? Come on, computer. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. There you go. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, let's just get on to this, because this will take like 2 seconds, really. Sorry, I just want to wipe. Just want to wipe my hands a little bit, just from like touching things everywhere. Okay, we're just gonna finish just making these bases to the snow cones, and then yes, okay. Rolling trays is something I have been looking into. Okay, there is a couple. There's one that I really like. I haven't bought it yet because I'll be honest, I don't have a whole lot of 24-hour setting resin. And so I need to like buy it, and it is a little more expensive. And you know, I'm just like, I'm not working right now, so it's been nice to be able to use some of the donations on this stuff, but I really can't spend any extra on very much right now. So I haven't purchased it yet just because I can't bring myself to purchase the resin yet. But yes, busting trays is something I really want to make. And there's one that I've seen that I'm like obsessed with. And it's got like compartments to it, so you can keep like some tools, your buster, this, and then it's got like a square for the busting tray. And right in the square for it says, I'm a little high maintenance. And then it's got a weed leaf in it and stuff, and I love it. I've also found like a ashtray for that. There's a couple like I've seen a donut ashtray I want to make. I've seen an ashtray that has like somebody put some resin in the bottom of it and then put like mini little rubber duckies in it. So like there are so many things you can do with just like fun accessories, right, for that kind of stuff. And I've definitely been thinking about that. Also, just in the sense, I was actually in a store yesterday, and I did look. They didn't have anything that was like a good price. But I've been really, really wanting to customize a bong. So that is something I want to do, like a whimsical fairyland mushroom wonderland bong, like Hobbit style. So I just have to, I just want to, my first one, I'm probably just going to buy a teeny weeny little, like one hitter bong type thing and just kind of do that. Because I don't want to buy like a super nice one and then fuck it up. So yeah, like you will probably see a lot of these ideas come to light, but maybe like further in the future. But oh yeah, like I see all these ideas, and it is like, oh, I just want to make it all right for myself and others. I've even seen like busters where people just like made a little what's the word, like a just, it has like a bunch of strawberries on top of the grinder and stuff. Like, it's just like, so it's ridiculous the amount of stuff you can just do, right? And especially like, I mean, I can't stop the ideas because I'm like, oh my God, someone would love this. I would love to make that for somebody, right? But like, even if you just do it for yourself, like, ooh, so much fun. Oh, for the busting trays, I will probably be using, I've used Clearcast I have it here. It's like Super Amazing or something like that. Super Amazing Clearcast is the one that I've used. That one's not that bad. I have ordered one off Amazon too that wasn't too bad. My biggest worry is like resin can yellow from UV exposures. So that's the biggest thing, is like over time, right? Because a lot of people want to put their resin pieces on display. I mean, why wouldn't you, right? But if it's on display in the sun all the time, it can yellow really, really quickly, right? So that's probably my biggest issue with 24-hour drying resin. But I find for larger pieces, like, that's definitely the way to go, because I mean, UV resin, you can put it outside and it would cure pretty well, but I mean, what if it's raining? Then what are you gonna do? Like, it's hard to get like a lamp to do it all with something that size. That's my biggest concern about using a UV resin with like a busting tray. Maybe if it's like a small busting tray, you could do that. But I think it's probably a better recommendation to use like a 24-hour setting resin on something like a busting tray. So if and when that happens, that is probably what I will be using, is a 24-hour. I always get so nervous with 24-hour setting resin because you get one shot. Just makes me so nervous. I never want to like screw it up, because if you screw it up, like, a lot of times you're using like the entire however many ounces of resin you may have gotten, right? And yeah, for like, I think it's like last time I got that resin, I got 16 ounces, so 8 ounces of part A, 8 ounces of part B, and it was like $40. I want to say, no, I actually think it was more than that. I can't remember now. I almost want to say it was like 60, but I'm like, that kind of seems high. I don't know why I would pay that much for that. So I'm not really sure. To be completely honest, now I can't remember. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. It's not that expensive. I'm just a cheap ass, and I hate fucking, I hate biting that bullet. Right? And that's the thing, like, when I'm like, ooh, well, it's $60, but it'll last me for this many projects. When it lasts me for one, I'm like, oh, it was $60? Oh. Like, but it won't last me for like a million projects. So I don't want to use it. Okay, so. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So I wasn't even like talking about what I was doing. Honestly, all I did was I just rolled out a snake of clay, and I created that little top half to our snow cone. So there's the beginning of that one. So it's got like the little like where the cup comes together. Awesome. And I'm not even going to worry too much about that because I think a lot of the stuff on the inside of the like rim of this cup will kind of be covered with the like little glitters and stuff that I was talking about. They're not glitters. I don't know what they're called. If anybody knows what those are called, let me know. I don't think it's probably hard to kind of see what they really are here anyway, but yeah, I swear they're like little glass beads. But they sell them almost like glitter. They almost look like that those nonpareils or whatever they're called, food glitter. They're like circles. It's like that. But they're more clear, right? So okay. So this I can go pretty fast on this. So like I'll just keep you guys here while I work on this if you wanna stay. But once I've done these ones, I'm gonna head off here. But I'm thinking I should get these done while I have you here. Otherwise I'll like be like, there we go, we got one done. And then I'll finish the stream and I'll walk away and want to do something else. So I should finish it now. But did anybody see any cool stories this week? I guess I'm like trying to think. The only one that I really saw too with like, okay, so Katie, I mean, that's never ending. She like got in a fight basically with somebody. So she's been covering like the Duggar. Well, she's always been covering the Duggar stuff, right? Like there's nothing new about that. But the Duggars were part of like well, it's alleged. I don't really know. There is quite a bit of proof of it, but that they are part of like a religious I do kind of call it a religious cult. I don't think that there's anything wrong with calling it that. Like it's a little weird. But they're called the IBLP or IFB. And I think it just stands for like a sect of Baptist. No, sorry, not Baptist. Evangelic. I'm not sure. Honestly, like I said, I don't know everything about it, and I mean, I'm not covering it, so it doesn't matter. But she had this guy on her Instagram Live, and he's like a survivor, right? He's somebody who's out of this cult now, and like doesn't participate in it anymore, and he actually has his own podcast, and he talks. Like, he tries to bring awareness to it. I guess you could call him an advocate. Again, though, like, I'll be honest, the first I heard about this was when he was talking to Katie. I don't know this guy. So I can't really, like, speak to, like, 100% of what he does. What I know is from what him and Katie talked about, right? But the guy, like, he has an entire list of people who have been convicted of bad things that are still within the church, in like high-ranking positions within the church and stuff like that. So like, the guy knows his shit. Like, he's got a list of names. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't come easy. That takes a lot of research, and you also making a list like that. You have the due diligence. You have the responsibility to do your due diligence and not put people on there that don't belong on those lists, because that is highly not good as well, right? So that's what I mean. It takes a lot of research to be able to put out a factual list like something like that. So the guy knows what he's freaking talking about, right? And I guess like he got bombarded with the anti-KJ crew, which like this is the thing, is that I do still like does she have a reason for people to like be like, yeah, maybe don't like work with her and stuff like that? Yes. But do I think that group goes about it in the right way all the time? No. Like, it is a bit much, and it is like this like wave hitting people when they truly just maybe didn't know, right? Like, and that was really like what seemed to have happened with this situation. Like the guy just didn't know who she was. And then all of a sudden was like flooded with people being like, she does this, she does that, blah, 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 blah. And then he felt because he appeared publicly, he needs to make a public statement, which I agree with. Like, if you're going to appear publicly somewhere, like, I mean, you should be able to, like, address that appearance publicly as well. But that's the thing I've always noticed with Kate. She always gets so mad. You didn't come to me to talk about that. You didn't ask me my feelings about that. Like, again, it was a public appearance, so he made a public statement about a public appearance. Right? But it's misogynistic, but now he's a misogynist because he couldn't have talked to her first, and so that's just disrespectful to women. And it's like, how is not talking to you first disrespectful to women? Like, come on. It's frustrating. And then she, like, sits there on her live with this guy being like, I'm kind of scared of men from this cult, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, he's not part of that cult anymore. Like, and yes, he may have had some, like, bad teachings from that cult, but he's not part of it and doesn't agree with that anymore, so don't treat him like he does. Right? Or don't, and really, you're just using something that he escaped from against him. That you're sitting here claiming to be, like, trying to help people leave. But you're not an advocate. But you want people to tell you their stories. But you're not an advocate, but you're going to share their stories. I don't know. I just don't get it. Strawberry, you're making me laugh because I thought you... So, who knows what chaffles are? Did anybody know what a chaffle is before? Because I sure as hell did not know what a chaffle was. You guys want to know what a chaffle is? It's a cheese waffle. Which actually, okay, doesn't in essence doesn't sound terrible. Like, you know what it kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of, like, people who want their cauliflower crust pizza, right? Because they need gluten-free, or they're just snobby. You didn't hear me say that. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There are people who actually do need that because of gluten intolerance, but there are people who are also just snobby, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, okay? But yeah, I learned what a chaffle is today, but I didn't know that you could, like, I don't know, when you're thinking of making, like, a cheese waffle, what kind of cheese do you guys think of putting into that? Because, like, when I think of a cheese waffle, I think of, like, Havarti and jalapeno jack and mozzarella and a little bit of cheddar. Anybody think of Kraft singles? Because I know I sure as hell don't. I watched a cooking stream today where somebody made chaffles. Absolutely horribly. Also, when's the last time anybody's eaten bologna? I have not eaten bologna in a really fucking long time. You want to know why? Because bologna's gross. My bologna has a first name. It's B-O-L. Just kidding. Like, that's what it makes me think of. Like, yeah, I used to like bologna and butter sandwiches as a kid. Because you like nasty shit as a kid. And, like, okay, and this is, I always feel so bad that people call Kraft single slices American cheese. Like, I'm glad that Canada has better cheese than that. And I don't mean that in a mean way. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand why it's called American cheese. I always have found that weird. That's why I'm like, well, it's called processed cheese. Am I wrong? Like, huh? But yeah, like, when I think of that shit melting, I think of literal nacho cheese. And then you want to make a waffle out of that? With bologna? So fucking nasty. But, okay, I can't even sit here and say it wasn't entertaining. It totally was. It was 100% entertaining. Entertaining, but also completely unappetizing, and I couldn't eat after it. It's insane. It's insane. Oh, with a side of Jell-O box cake, which I don't even like. I guess I do know like what Jell-O like cake is, but that's not something I've ever had. I mean, maybe like flan. I don't know how to say it really. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. But even those, I've always found that, like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of, like custard. Like, custard pies and custard, like, I'm not a huge fan of custard. I find it kind of gross. It's too eggy for me. And I love eggs. Like, don't get me, like, I eat eggs. I'm not somebody who dislikes eggs. Because I know there's quite a few people that do dislike eggs. But I like eggs, so I don't know. But yeah, I had never heard of a chaffle. The idea of it is, in essence, sounds good. Like if you were gonna put some damn good cheeses in there, like some Swiss and Havarti, you know, all that good stuff. Not an entire bulk pack of Kraft single slices. And Bologna. So, I don't know, man. And don't get me wrong, like, these meals that we are talking about are meant to be, like, budget meals. Yo, like, I've made a shit ton of budget meals in my day. I still have never thought to make something like that. Woo! Well, and you know what? Actually, no, this is the thing. The idea, like I said, the idea is not, it's not the idea that's bad. It's the fucking execution. It is the execution of said idea that is absolutely horrid. So, I don't know. I just hope, like, somebody's gonna get seriously sick there because those chaffles did not look fully cooked either. Just gonna say. Well, not only that, just like the sanitary conditions and stuff. So gross. So, I don't know. I didn't get to see the mukbang of this delicious meal yet. Oh, I'm sure it's still there, but yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I don't know if I really want to. The last one I saw, like, you know it's bad when you're like, oh, this is so good. Ah. Like, people can see that. People can see you're not enjoying it like you say you are. So, ugh. But that is, like, again, another train wreck. Like, I cannot look away from. It's so bad. Like, I really do need to, like, I was talking with somebody about this today. Like, I don't understand why, like, I can't look away. It's like, you know what I remind? Yeah, it's in A Bug's Life with, where he's like, Carl, no, don't go to the light. And it's fireflies, and Carl's just like, into the zapper. That's me. I'm gonna keep watching even if it's bad. Like, it's so bad. I'm like, all I have to do is not watch this, but I just can't. I can't not look away, and it is entertaining. It's entertaining. But, like, why? Why is it so entertaining? It's so bad. But I feel like it's like kind of, it's like the same way that like reality TV is a little bit entertaining, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay. So, guys, I got all my, like, the bottoms of my snow cones done. So, I'm going to bake this stuff and then probably work on it some more. And you guys will see some more pictures on Twitter. I'm going to take these off because my hands are so sweaty now. But yeah, like, so something that I need to, like, get a little bit better at. So if you guys do notice this and it's a little bit annoying for you, I apologize. I'm just gonna apologize now. I'm not very good at, like, self-promotion, and it's not, I don't like to, like, shove myself down people's throats. Like, I'm the type that will, like, kind of post something once and, I mean, you see it or you don't. Right? But just to, like, maybe try and get some more eyes from, like, the clay community on my stuff, things like that. You may see me posting a little bit more, like, here on, like, TikTok and Twitter and stuff like that. So hopefully I don't clog up your feed. But yeah, that's just it's just me trying to get some eyes from different communities onto some of my stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys can, like, bear with me while that happens and it's not too annoying. Yeah, I don't know how well I'll do with that anyway, just because it's just something that it feels weird for me. I see other people do it and I know it's okay to do it, but I'm just like, I don't know. So yeah, if you do see that though, just know, like, that's kind of what it is. Because there are so many clay artists out there. I follow a lot of them. If you go to, like, my likes section, you'll see a lot of likes on artwork and stuff like that too. So, yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna, like, head out for today. I should be back next week, as long as all goes well. I do have some, like, health stuff that I gotta deal with here too. I'm fine. Everything is okay. It's just stuff I have to deal with. And so, like, if that kind of, like, gets in the way, that might be a little bit why I'm not here or there. But yeah, like, I will try and keep you guys posted. I'm kind of bad at, like, I don't know. I need to be better at, like, letting people know. Like, I made all this stuff over the last 3 days and I haven't even posted a picture of it anymore. Because I'm like, I don't know what I'm waiting for. Eventually you guys will see this everywhere. And like I said, you may see me post some things a couple times. As things go up on the store and things like that, I'm going to post them. So things that you've seen in the past, you may see again, type thing. It's just one post sometimes isn't enough. So yeah, that's why you guys might see that. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to get going. Maybe, I'm not sure, like, I might do the video of, like, the clay pot. Maybe we can, like, try. I can still do it live and, like, show you guys how to do it. I thought it would be fun to do live, like, for the first time. But then I was like, what if I just, like, totally screw it up and I don't know what I'm doing and it's just, like, a total disaster? So, I mean, if that happens, at least I can, like, go away for a couple hours and figure out how to, like, make it work. If I was on a live, I wouldn't be able to do that. So that's why I might do that. But then once I get that figured out, we can like do it live and you guys can be like, okay, let's try this or let's try that. Cause it's super fun. Like, I'll show you my little, I showed you guys the other week, but just to show you again, for anybody who didn't see, this is my, like, teeny tiny mini pottery wheel. So I'm super excited to use it and try it. I haven't done it yet because I just, like, want to get things set up and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of scary. I'm like, oh my God, how do, like, I haven't thrown clay, like, that's what it's called when you put it onto a pottery wheel. I haven't thrown clay since, like, last time I did that was in high school, to be completely honest. Let alone at a teeny tiny, like, how can I even use my fingers for that, right? So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna have to use, like, tools and be like, so, so yeah, I'm gonna, like, test it out a little bit before I show you guys so I don't fail miserably. on it. But I'm not as bad at planning streams as Dad is. I need to kick his butt. Yes, Dad, you go live. Go live. You know I'll be there. But I get it. Like, people that like stream constantly, it's, I couldn't do that. I don't know. It's a little bit much for me. I'm definitely a bit of a private person too. So like I said, I was going live like twice a week and I was like, oh, guys, I don't have enough to talk about. It's too much. So, yeah. And like I said, I know that it's like a little bit harder to kind of see what I'm doing when I'm live. So you guys will see too, like a lot of the stuff that I have made on live, I actually did film as well. So like those tutorial, like I'll just keep pumping up those tutorials, because I find those are a little bit better. Like you really get a little bit out of those. You can actually learn how to make what I made, rather than just watch me make it and hang out with me, which is also so much fun anyway. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna stop yakking your guys' ear off. I went like longer tonight. So yeah, I guess I will see you guys next Sunday. I will probably go live on Sunday, not Monday. And we'll be making some more crafts. I've been really, there's a certain slab earring that I've been wanting to make. Actually, I have like a little tester of it and I'm like staring at it right now, but I'm not going to show you because I don't want to. But I've been thinking about that. Like maybe we can make some more of the wing earrings. Just kind of depends. And like I said, if there's anything that you guys do want to see, like reach out to me. Reach out to me on Twitter, Instagram. You can reach out to me by email too. My email is tornedgedesigns@gmail.com. Really easy. So, yeah, like whatever you guys, I would love to hear if there's something certain that you guys would like to see me make. I would definitely be down for that. So yeah, follow me on Twitter. That is where I'm going to be doing most of my updates, for like as the shop goes and things like that. And like I said, reach out to me if there's something that you see me make on this channel that you really, really want to get your hands on. Let me know and I will list it specifically for you. Okay, guys. I will see you guys next week, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Do all the YouTubey things, like, subscribe, hit the bell so that you know when I'm doing a tutorial or going live. And thank you again so much for coming by. I appreciate everybody stopping by. You guys are so supportive. It means the world to me. It's given me the backbone to do what I've been doing. So, yeah, it's really, really awesome. And I just love that I've been able to kind of like stay on this clay road and that you guys are like willing to come on this journey with me. So I'm excited to grow with you guys. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. So, yeah, I will see you guys next Sunday for another Crafty Sunday. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.